57 minutes of heaven we call the D1Baseball podcast. I am your host, Michael Patrick Rooney, joined by three very pleasant and tremendous earthlings, Aaron Fitt, Kendall Rogers, and a gentleman that will be known tonight as the Ringer, David Seifert. We'll get to that in a minute. Boys, tonight's podcast, we're just going to say it's presented by the D1's Players Society, who are doing an awesome job. Love seeing those videos. I read Curtis Washington's piece recently. That was amazing on his first year at Arkansas and his recruitment, which was very old-fashioned, not what we read anymore or see anymore. So tonight, boys, first of all, greetings and salutations. How we doing? How's everybody doing this evening?
Living the dream, Runes. Living the dream.
LTD.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm done with conference preview, so it's a good night, boys.
Oh, that is a good night. That is a good night. Seif, how are you?
I am fresh off the 5th grade volleyball trail. I just finished up that ball game and here for the fantasy draft. Let's roll, baby.
Yeah, Seif. So can I ask your expert opinion? So Phillies draft room, this fantasy draft, this is more pressure, or how would you compare the two?
Oh, this is way more pressure. Yeah, I got the nickname for a reason, right? I mean, that 2020, the 2020 shortened season draft we had with the summer ball guys. I gotta live up to that standard that I set for myself a couple years back. So,
Seif, I've got a more important question. How many kills did your daughter have tonight?
Ooh,
she had one.
Lingo.
She had one.
All right.
Yes. Yep. I think there might have been 10 in the whole game. So very good night. Yes.
Hey, I just want to announce that my team is sponsored by Buc-ee's.
Oh, look at you. The jerky bar at Buc-ee's. That's right. That's what your team name should be, Kendall, is the jerky bar.
The jerky bar.
I like it. Fitzy, how's your jerky sponsorship for the 2022 season coming? Do we have one yet?
We're still in negotiations. We're working on it.
Okay.
Certainly, there's no short of interest from the jerky barons out there. But I'm gonna bide my time and wait for the right fit.
Okay.
I like it. That's good business practice. As you guys saw on Twitter, the name of my team is the Delco Boat Racers, because you guys are all getting boat race tonight, and we are technically from Delco, sponsored by the good people at Wawa. We do it just a little bit better, Wawa. Fitzy, do you want to explain the rules of the game? I think I might butcher it.
Yeah, we are playing a fun little game tonight. This is you can call it a mock fantasy draft if you want, since there's not technically a league. But we're going to be drafting our own teams based on the power rankings we've been pushing out over the last couple of weeks. And essentially, we are assigning a value to every player based on where they were in the power rankings. So the number one player on each list for catchers and infielders is going to be worth 50 because we ranked 50 guys. The next guy is going to be worth 49, 48, 47, on down to the last guy on each list is worth 1. So there are opportunities here. We each have a budget. We have a $600 budget. And that's based on, we essentially took the median value for each position. So we did 150 starting pitchers and 150 outfielders. So those guys, the top outfielders are going to be worth 150. If you want them, you better save up. But the median value for those positions is 75. So we allocated that for our budgets. So that's how we arrived at 600. It's pretty arbitrary, fellas, but I think it's going to be fun.
We love arbitrary.
Opportunity to really kind of dive in here and build a team. Let's do it. The object of this, of course, is the same as the power rankings, the All-American teams. We're trying to build a team to win the College World Series in 2022. So it's not long-term prospect value. It's not past stats. It's what we think is going to happen this year.
Delco Boat Racers, I want you guys to know we're a player development program, and we're just going to get better as the season goes on. So you may mock me tonight, but wait till you see our player dev program just kick in. These guys get better week after week. Just saying.
I would expect nothing less from you, Runes.
Thank you. The cans of corn. Seif probably winning the name game tonight. I like it. Look at all these tricks that we've got.
Aaron, I made up your name. Would you like to change it?
I'm good with it. No, I am definitely the czar of jerky. That's appropriate.
Yes. Fitzy, our draft order is Seif, Kendall,
first.
me, and then you. And we will do a snake draft. And players taken come off the board, period. So, we have it's a draft with a salary cap, a spend cap. So Seif, you wanna do it?
Yeah, I'll get us started here. I'm going to go right off the top. He's our second-rated prospect.
Don't do me like that, Seif. Don't do me like that.
And how can you not put up huge numbers at Texas Tech and Lubbock? So I'm going to go with Mr. Jung, second base, as my first pick, and that's a 50-pointer. But I'm good with that. 50 of 600.
Oh, I love that. Hey, who's putting names down below? Is that up to the individual who drafted?
I'll handle that, and I'll update our remaining budgets as we go here.
All right. Look at you, Seif, spending a 50 spot right out of the chute.
Everyone thought I was going to go for Barry, which I was actually originally going to go for Barry, but then I thought about it. I was like, nah, I'm going to get the most offensive second baseman I can find. So I'm going to build up the middle here for a little bit. So, yeah.
I love it.
Happy
That's a
about
very
it.
sensible pick. I don't anticipate making any sensible picks. I'm going totally with the heart.
West Coast.
That's right. West Coast, Best Coast. KR, you're up, buddy. Too late to prep. You're just going to have to make a pick.
I'm going to go with Robert Moore. I'm going to go with
that
49.
Ooh,
I got to go with Bob, right? You got him the last time we did something, so I'm going to go with Bob Moore.
How about this? The first two picks off the board are both second basemen.
Crazy, right? The spirits of my team are just crushed right now. Bob Moore was going to be the heart and soul of our club.
The cornerstone.
Yes. All right. So you leave me no choice, KR. Give me one Brooks Gerald Lee, California Poly Institute.
West Coast.
That's right.
I knew he wouldn't get to me. That was the guy.
You're going AC. You're going ACC anyway, so.
Ah, come on.
He's looking for the first available Wake Forest player.
Too soon. I will say that on my personal board, there's not a whole lot of separation between the top two shortstops. I am going to go with Jacob Gonzalez of Ole Miss. Number 2 on our list. That's a $49 player.
Like it. That dollar, and take that dollar you save, Fitzy, and go get some beef jerky. There you go.
That's right. We're going to do that.
Oh, and you have the second pick coming around too.
I do. So now I've got a decision to make here. Strategy's already been blown up a little bit by you jokers, but I think we're going to stay strong up the middle. We're going to take the guy that I believe is the best catcher in the country, Logan Tanner, Mississippi State. That's number 2 on the catcher's list. That is a $49 player once again. And guy's got a bazooka. Got a bazooka. He's going to hit a lot of home runs. He's the man. How about that? I got an Ole Miss guy and I got a Mississippi State guy. First 2 picks.
I like it. All right,
my bets.
This is where I just want to go completely off the board right here. Let's just get nutty. All right. Where'd my guy go? Sorry, boys. Sorry for the silence. Where is you know what? Let's really dive into our team name. Give me Chris Newell of Virginia. Delco in the house.
I knew you were about to do that.
He's either overpriced drastically or drastically underpriced.
Chris Newell, by the way, is a $95 player. So that would make him, I don't know where that puts him on the list, but $95 player. So he's kind of a little above median. Median value for an outfielder is 75.
I got to start looking for some value here now. I guess we all do.
Yeah. Was it my
KR,
turn?
that's to you, buddy.
Well, the key to my team is to be as good as possible in that shortstop double play combo. I'm going to actually go down shortstop a little bit, but I'm going to go with Trey Faltini. Remember, speaking of the D1 Player Society, Trey Faltini from the University of Texas. He's 41. I feel like that's really good value for Trey. I mean, obviously, he's got a little bit to prove offensively, but when it comes to a defensive skill set, accuracy, arm strength, he's as good as it gets.
I like it very much.
Well done.
Bob Moore and Trey Faltini. It's hard to beat
D1 Player Society in the house.
Great Keystone combo there.
That was not planned, by the way. Christianaro would be very happy.
Look at Kendall sucking up to Christianaro.
Company guy.
Garrett Ostrander is my next pick. No, I'm just kidding.
2 for you, Seif.
Wow, did it just swing back around to me with Jacob Berry still staring at me at third base? The pick is Jacob Berry, nobody else.
He's
the right
Holy
pick.
cow. Wow. Okay. Let me pick my jaw off the floor here. I'm just going to continue to slaughter with star power, and I'm going to spend 146 big ones on Enrique Bradfield Jr. from
You
Vandy.
might want to watch your budget.
The most, hey, you know what? I got a plan, maybe, kind of.
Stars and scrubs.
I might not have much pitching, but I got kind of a plan.
Stars and scrubs.
The most exciting player in college baseball, to my eyes, from what I saw last year. Just love watching the guy play. He's got a little power. He's got a ton of speed. Goes coast to or gap to gap in the outfield. I mean, there's nobody better. So Bradfield with my next selection.
Love it.
Like it. Boy, yeah, you're right. Seif is really diving into the star power. I like that very much. KR, what are you thinking?
Ooh, so I'm going to go to third, and I'm going to go with my man Braden Taylor at TCU.
Oh, you love him.
48-pointer, but I mean, that you talk about the foundation of a phenomenal infield with Robert Moore, Trey Faltini, and Braden Taylor. That's a great trio. So I'm going to go with Braden Taylor at third.
Gosh,
A lot of Southwest bias here. With
I can't
Arkansas.
I
and
can't
Texas
believe it.
kids.
I can't believe it.
I'm not done with Lone Star State kids, by the way.
you are not. My turn, correct?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay. Man, there's some value plays. All right, you know what? I like strike throwers. Give me Zebby Matthews, Western Carolina. Extreme value play, $2 pitcher, Fitzy.
I like that. Let's see. Zebby. And this is, you called him in our discussion yesterday, Thomas Eshelman Light.
That's right.
Why, tell the folks why you said that.
Yeah, Western Carolina, he's been there 2 years. He's made 14 starts because of the pandemic shortened deal. So 14 starts, he's got 9 wins. He's walked 9 batters in 2 years. So
Pretty
there
good.
you go. Thomas Eshelman Light.
Okay.
All right, I got some money and left over. 2 to you, Fitzy.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna follow the David Seifert plan here. I mean, look, Dylan Cruz is still sitting there. I know it's $150. It's a lot of money to spend on one player in this exercise, but 5-tool guy, number 1 on our outfielders power rankings. We're gonna pull the trigger.
Good pick.
Like it.
Good pick.
Thank you.
I gotta stick to my guys. You got one more coming at you, Fitzy?
I do. And my pick here is going to be, I'm going to save some money here. Third base. I'm going to go with an athletic, high upside guy, a breakout candidate of yours, David Seifert. Trey Lipscomb, Tennessee, $1, please.
Ooh.
I like it. Another fine pick by Mr. Fitt.
All SEC, this guy. Look at me.
No ACC.
Biased.
That's hard to believe. That is hard to believe.
Seriously.
Biased.
Leaning
Biased
into
for
the
SEC.
bias. Let me just make sure I don't have a third baseman. That would be a party foul. I do not. Boys, give me Nolan McLean of Oklahoma State, please.
Why didn't I think about that? I love that guy. Buyer's remorse.
Ranker's remorse. That was the term.
right.
Kendall having some ranker's remorse. I like it.
That is a $42 player for the Runes.
All right. Which way are we going? Back to Kendall?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
I think
I thought about staying in the state of Texas, but I'm going to actually kind of branch out a little bit and not be a Lone Star State homer.
Were you going to go to Oklahoma?
I'm going to branch out a little further. I'm going to go with Brock Jones to kind of be the foundation of my outfield. The ladies love him, and so do I. Brock Jones.
That is a great pick. Love Brock
The king
Jones.
of Omaha.
Well done, Kendall.
Number 2 guy in the power rankings of the outfield. 149 smackaroos for Kendall.
I will not be spending that much money on another outfielder.
But you know what? He's 20 home runs and 20 steals if it pops. Like he was close to that last year. And the mustache. How many points for a good mustache?
6 or 7, I would say.
That was worth 20 of the 149.
Like it. Seif, 2 to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
You know what? I haven't seen this. Apparently, I was wrong. I really liked Louisville catcher last year, who Henry helped me out
Hank
with the last.
Davis.
Henry Davis.
Man with
Thank
two
you.
first names.
I thought he could catch because every time I saw him, he caught the ball, he blocked the ball, he can obviously throw. But the industry said he couldn't catch, but he still went 1-1. So this guy, the industry says he can catch, but I've never seen him catch well. But I'm going to pick him anyway. I'm going to go with Kyle Teal from Virginia.
Oh.
And I'm going to take Fitty's first ACC guy because I know he was just salivating trying to get Kyle Teal. But I'm going 48 points. Going 48 points for Kyle Teal. Yeah. Sorry,
like
Fitty.
that.
Hey, I already got my catcher, Mr. Tanner.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Good pick. Good. He can catch for sure. All right.
I like this Seif though, because you're right. You are the skeptic on Teal's defense, and so
I am. I did not get a very good look at it when I saw it last spring, but he's certainly athletic. He's certainly going to hit. He's got power. He's got tools. He's going to have a big year, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go out west. My next pick, I'm going to go out west, kind of west, not the far west, but I'm going to go to Utah, and I'm going to go to BYU. And I just like the player. He's got great numbers. I like his last name. I'm going to mispronounce it because I always mispronounce last names, as you guys know. His name is Andrew Pinetar, but I'm going to call him Pinetar just to make it more baseball. So my next pick is Andrew Pinetar from Brigham Young.
Love it.
He is a $37 shortstop.
What do you got on him, Seif? Not seen or heard of him. What do you got there?
He just rakes. He's raked he's raked in high school. He's raked every year at BYU. He's an offensive shortstop. Got a good vibe from him. Watching video, talking to our PBR scouting director out there, Mr. Scholzen. So got a little insider scoop on Pinetar.
Nice. Kendall, to you.
Well, you knew I couldn't stay out of the state of Texas very long. I'm gonna go back to the Republic, and I'm gonna go solidify my catcher position with one of the best defensive catchers in college baseball. My man Silas Ardoin at Texas. I actually think he's going to have a pretty good offensive year. I think he's much better offensively than his numbers suggest. I think he's one of the best defenders in college baseball. And, I mean, that is a great value at 28 points for Silas. I mean, I would take him in front of a lot of guys in front of him here.
And you just did.
That's right. You certainly did.
Hook him.
All the ball. So to me,
yeah.
Please give. I like Kendall's theme. I am not going to be fishing in the Republic though. I would like James Andrew Obertop of the University of Michigan, catcher that's going to drop 20 bombs this year.
Nice.
Fitzy, do you want me to put the line through him, or does that mess up your system if I do that?
No, I don't care. You can do whatever you like with that. What's our value on Obertop? 17.
$17 catcher.
Oh.
I'm going to leave money on the table. I cannot do that. Too interested in value.
At some point, we're going to need some pitching on this team. There's not been. We've had one pitcher drafted, and it's Zebby Matthews. How about that?
Zebford.
Oh, I like that, guys. I'm gonna take a pitcher here. Staff ace for me is going to be a gentleman that I've already predicted will be a first-round pick in 2023. Southpaw, power stuff, 3 real good pitches, big breakout candidate as a sophomore this year. Luke Fox, Duke University.
Ooh.
$117.
Notre Dame roots, Dad. Class of 92, Dr. Chris Fox, Notre Dame.
Did not know that.
Not a baseball player. Craig Counsell's roommate, though. It's a lot of information.
That's a lot of information. That's a lot. It's a lot. You're the best, Rune. You're the best.
Some scouting right there. One more for you, Fitzy?
Yeah, one more for me. All right, I'm thinking Big Ten here, guys. As you know, I feel strongly about the value of being good up the middle. Built my team around Jacob Gonzalez, Logan Tanner, Dylan Cruz. We're going to round it out here with my man Matthew Shaw of Maryland. Second base, $45 player. This dude's a stud. I don't know if people know how good this guy is. New England kid, so you know he's tough. And going to have a huge year.
Oh man, I got a real choice to make right here. My turn, Fitzy, right?
That is correct.
Oh man, what do I want my team to be about? Let's go. Oh man. You know what? You can't. No, I've already done that. You know what, Fitzy? Give me Timothy Elko. Not young miss, old miss. Timothy Elko, first base. That's an expensive player. He's going to give me leadership, 20 bombs.
Is that a $46 player here?
It is.
How many ACLs can we expect from him this year?
I mean, gosh, if he's healthy, he's going to hit 50 home runs.
Yeah.
He knows better than to run the bases. Come on, Coach Clement at third base. Just give him the home run sign, and we're good.
I like that pick. Talk about a heart and soul guy, man. I mean,
my team
flair
has
for the dramatic,
serious toughness and charisma for the Delco Boat Racers.
I dig it.
KR, what do you got?
Oh, I absolutely love the pick I'm about to make. I'm going to solidify first base, and I'm going to go with a guy who is 7 points. I'm going to go with Luke Hancock. One of the things about my team is anybody that reads my stuff knows I love the bar fight meter. He's like an 80 on that. You're talking about a guy who had 10 bombs last year, 63 RBIs. Oh, by the way, he walked 47 times and struck out 17. The batting average isn't great, but man, those other boxes, they look really good. I'm going to go with Luke Hancock, and he's got a little bit of a ring too, so he knows what it feels like to win a championship.
Yeah, I love that pick, Kendall. I had him highlighted on my list at first base. I felt like I couldn't be so SEC heavy. I didn't want to get too much hate mail, but I mean, come on, the on base numbers, the power numbers, the ring, great pick.
It's a good pick.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Seif, 2 to you.
Ooh, okay, now I better go to the pitching. Fitty went to pitching. I better go to some pitching too. So I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna pick off the top. Use a lot more of my budget. I don't have much left, but I'm gonna use a lot of what I have left. I saw him for Team USA this summer. Absolutely loved him. I think he's gonna have a huge year. Carson Weisenhunt from ECU. Love the lefty. Brings it all. Competes. 4 pitches for strikes. Man, first rounder all the way, and college performer, one of the best we have.
All in on that one. You know I am. 146 smackaroos, well spent.
Yeah,
thank you, sir. All right, now I got 4? I got a little bit left here. All right.
Your average pick value for your remaining slots is 20, by the way.
That's fine. I got, but you can save money with outfielders. I'm gonna get a $1 reliever. But I'm not going to, well, not maybe a $1 reliever. There might be somebody better than that. But let's see.
Hey. Oh, that's shots fired right there.
No. Oh, whoops. I did. Sorry. My apologies. But there is a really good $1 reliever that I'm going to get right now. I'm going to get Mr. Casey Hunt from Mississippi State.
Look at you.
$1.
Spin wins.
Yes, sir.
I'm shocked that you would have taken Casey Hunt.
I've long been a fan. I think he's going to have his breakout year. He's got the stuff, and now he's the closer for Mississippi State, or preseason going into his closer. So, so now I'm going to lower that average pick, Fitty. But thanks for pointing that out for me. I appreciate it. But,
you're welcome.
Casey Hunt, thank you.
I mean, it's huge stuff. It's just a matter of it's time. It's time for him to do it.
Agree.
But like every time I've seen him in fall ball, it's like, whoa, it makes you sit up. It's stuff so good. Spin metrics are all there. It's you got a chance to be a star.
Love it. Kendall now, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stick around the state of Texas, and I'm gonna go with a guy back to starting pitching with a guy for 73 points. It's Jake Bennett from Oklahoma. I know Aaron saw him in the fall. He was up to 96 in the fall. Sounds like his stuff's a lot better command. I think he's going to have a big year for Oklahoma, and I think Jake Bennett at 73 is really good value there, considering his upside.
That is a good pick. All right. This is getting a little tricky now. Fitzy, I've got Zebulon that's anchoring my rotation, and I would like to add to him. How about young Parker Messick of Florida State, please?
Just the ACC pitcher of the year. Number 3 in our power rank. It's 148 big ones.
He's pricey. But my man Zebby was he was on the bargain rack, if memory serves.
He sure was. That was a big savings for you.
Number 2. That's right.
Okay. I'm on the clock, aren't I?
You are for a 2 spot, please.
Okay.
These value picks at the bottom are fun.
Oh, they really are. There's a lot of good players here, even at low values.
Oh, yeah. Guys, I'm going to go back to the ACC. I'm going to wrap up my first base position with a freshman that I'm very high on, across the triangle at NC State, Mr. Tommy White. He could play third base. He could play first base. He's going to hit 16 home runs as a freshman this year. He's going to.
How much are you paying for him, Fitzy?
$315. I'm paying $27.
Yeah, that's a good price. I mean, it's not free, but it's. Oh gosh, you got to love Tommy White.
It's listen, Kendall, you're going to love this guy when you see him.
Oh my gosh,
he's burly. He's a baller. He doesn't give away an at bat. I saw him in a fall game against Duke, and he battles like the first inning, and he battled for like 12 pitches, and it's just like for a power hitter with an approach, sign me up. I'm in on that.
Don't they call him the Whammer already? He already has that nickname.
I think so that certainly. I think it would fit.
One more for you, Fitzy.
One more for me. I'm going to save some money here. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. Let's go ahead and save some money. I think this is a kind of a good value. Breakout guy, third-year pitcher. You guys know how I feel about Bryce Osmond at Oklahoma State.
Oh, yeah.
Very talented guy, coming off up and down Cape. I feel like he figured some things out in the fall. I saw him great in the fall. I'm just expecting him and Cale Davis both as third-year guys to take big years. It's a big reason I'm very high in Oklahoma State this year. $32, Bryce Osmond.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, there's a high variance there, Fitzy. If it clicks, he's winning 10 games easily.
And I believe in Rob Walton. I mean, look at the track record with guys in their third year, fourth year, figuring it out. I mean, what was that was a Freeman kid? Not Michael Freeman. There was
the Michael Freeman, the 6'10" sidearm lefty kid.
Yeah, out of nowhere, all of a sudden he's there's so many guys like that over there, and this guy is not a
pitcher of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, this is gonna break my heart to not pick this guy. You know what? Let's just do it. Who cares? Give me Jared Mckenzie of Baylor, please.
Jared Mckenzie, another center fielder for the Runes. You got 2 center fielders now.
I've been barking about him all preseason. I need to just put my money where my mouth is. Now, that's getting deep into the checkbook, though.
145 for Mr. Mckenzie. Oh, boy. 4 spots left, Runes. Your average amount to spend is 13 and change.
Yep. So $55, that's what I have remaining. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Got it. Kendall, to you.
All right. I'm going to fill another spot in the weekend rotation. I'm going to take a guy that has electric stuff. The pieces kind of need to come together a little bit for him. But I'm going to get Christian Little from Vanderbilt for 60 points as my Sunday guy.
That's a good cut. I think I need somebody that misses some more bats. We're pitching a contact over here in Delco. So 2 to Seif. I like that Fitzy's got this mechanism where you can tell about average of what you can spend.
I'm the resident spreadsheet wizard on the staff. I think that's undisputed. And I think I'm flexing my muscles a little bit tonight.
No question. Yeah, this spreadsheet is the real Monty.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to. Yeah, I got to take some bargains here, but there's a lot of first basemans on the board I liked. I was going to stay close to home with Jake McCaw from Illinois State. Really like him. I think he's a major league player, not a starter, but I think the guy is a big leaguer. I also like Janis at University of Illinois.
Oh,
but he he hit 391 last year, but he had no home runs, and it's hard to do for a first baseman. So the guy I really like, but he's too costly, is Mr. Osuna at North Carolina. Last year in junior college, I love the guy. I would have taken him in the third or the fourth round last year, but junior college guy going to the ACC, just can't spend the money for that risk. But the guy I'm going to go with is, I think, an under the radar. And my question is, how much does a guy cost if he's not on the list? Is it $1 or is he free?
Not eligible. Not eligible.
What? Not eligible. What?
Now it's a power rankings. It's a power rankings.
I would say he gets 1 point if he's not on
senior sign.
It's a flawed power ranking. Let's go. Oh my goodness!
Take it up with the editors. Take it up with the editors.
I know them. I know them.
Talking to the editors.
I have his cell number. If I can go off, I'm going off the board for $1. Love this guy. He's a slugger first, and that's what I want at first base. Mr. Peyton Williams from the University of Iowa for $1, please.
Ooh.
What this tells me is that somebody on the staff, and I won't mention any names, but the initials are David Seifert. Somebody didn't advocate strongly enough for the player. If he thinks he's a top 50 player.
Well, I didn't know we were going to have a fantasy draft.
Well,
so I mean,
now there's accountability here.
You can't accuse me of setting something up here.
That is great. Oh my gosh.
Well, all right, so now I'm at $479 total dollars, and I still need.
That helps your budget though. Now you're up to $30 remaining per player on average. Four spots left.
Yeah, well, gosh, I want to say come back around to me, but actually, there's a name I like here for a starting pitcher. He's a veteran. I think he's either a fifth or a sixth year senior. He plays on a really good team. Mr. Luke Eldred. He's the son of a big leaguer too, so that even adds to the.
Oh, is that Cal's kid? There you go.
I'm going to go Luke Eldred from DBU, and he's a $23 pick there. And, I got through that one pretty good. Thank you. So
good value.
Thank you.
That's good.
What I got left, Fitty? How much? I'm not down.
Oh, yeah. So let's see here. You've got $98 left, an average of 32 and change per player.
502. Okay. All right.
So where are we at? Kendall.
Okay.
Oh man,
right.
This is where I shine. The value buys. Let's go.
Oh, I think I'm gonna pull a Seifert here.
Uh-oh. You're leaving Texas? Are you leaving Texas?
I had him in the top 150. I didn't realize you guys actually took him out. I'm gonna fill one of my outfield spots with Eric Kennedy from the University of Texas.
All right.
He's got a little bit of pop from the left side. He can really hit. He can create some havoc on the base paths. His left field defense is a little bit of a disaster, but he's still really athletic.
Disaster.
And he's from Texas.
Put that on the bet board, Coach Pierce. I mean the bulletin board.
I took him in a fantasy draft. How could you possibly be mad?
A disaster.
I like it. Hey, boys, here's what I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm taking the player anyway. So I need I need another arm, and I need somebody that throws petrol. I'm going Chase Burns of Tennessee. Do you guys see where he's ranked in our power rankings? Is that just because he's an unproven freshman and might walk a bunch of people, or why were we not more excited about him?
I think that is the answer. Unproven freshman and might walk a bunch of people. But yes, we obviously, there's no question the talent is real. I mean, Seif, you've seen him, right? What's your take on him?
Yeah, I mean, he throws it. Well, I didn't see 100, but he's thrown 100 in the past, confirmed several times, many times. I saw more mid-90s, but yeah, he's got the makings, quick arm, mid-90s right now. He will touch triple digits. That's a very might be a little overvalued there, Runes, but definitely a very good pick.
Yeah. So you think 9's too much to spend for him, or like it feels like a wide variance to me.
You spent 90, right? No,
9. He was the 141st ranked pitcher.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a super pick. And I thought it was 90. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I like
Well done. Well done, sir.
I found a glitch.
All right. Speaking of fuel, guys, I'm going to fill out my bullpen spot. We only have one bullpen spot on these rosters. It's 12 rounds, in case anyone's wondering how long they have to hang around and listen to us talk about our pretend teams. Guys, I like Grayson Moore at Vanderbilt. Guy, big time stuff. Came in as a
Mystery
two-way.
man, Fitzy. Mystery man. I feel like we've never seen him. You have, I guess.
I have. I've seen him in the fall. It was good. 96, 98, something like that. Real good breaking ball, power stuff.
Lefty or righty?
Righty. He came in as a two-way guy, and I think now that he's focusing on pitching, I think he's going to take off.
Year two, second year guy?
Yes. Reminds me of when I saw Luke Murphy in the fall a couple of years ago, and it's like, ooh, boy, like it was real stuff. And it's just a matter of, you look at the numbers and you're like, I don't know, I mean, he's got to prove it, but trust in the talent, trust in Scott Brown. Grayson Moore, Vanderbilt is my closer for 7
Love getting
games.
a Vandy share. I do not have a Vandy share, and it's not positive. They're good out here.
Is that the case? I've heard that a little bit.
I hear they recruit well.
Yeah.
So bat one more to you, Fitzy?
One more to me. What I've got left are 2 outfield spots and 1 starting pitcher spot. Got a little bit of money to spend here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the Big South Conference. Another breakout guy. I'm loading up on power arms. That's the theme here for me. Cade Kuehler of Campbell, $64. He's a sophomore. I think, like Luke Fox, I think he's a first-round pick next year. I'm trying to get ahead of the market here. Rather than paying top dollar for my pitchers, I'm believing my own talent evaluation skills. These are guys that are first-round arms that I'm getting at a discount because they're not eligible yet, and they've got to prove it a little more. But Cade Kuehler's got real stuff, and 94, 97, right-hander that can spin the heck out of it. Campbell's loaded on the mound. Really love their talent this year. So feel good about that. Luke Fox, Bryce Osmond, and Cade Kuehler is my rotation. That's some gas right there.
Like it. I'm going to go one more underpriced player. So Fitzy, you need 2 more players, right? Is that right?
Two more outfielders. What I got left to fill. You've got Runes has a second baseman and an outfielder left,
and a reliever, I think. Yeah.
Oh yes.
So let me do the reliever right now. Give me Caleb Corbett of Louisville. I want a Louisville share, and if he's healthy, he's their closer. I think they're going to win a bunch of games. They're very angry. I like angry Louisville. Give me Caleb Corbett, please.
That is a $3 player.
Come on, Mac, if you're listening. I need 20 saves out of Mr. Corbett. All right. I love how it tells you how much money you have left.
Rune's currently with 2 picks to go. Can spend an average of $21 a player. I can spend an average of $29 a player.
And I need an outfielder. And
KR's got some money to spend though. 3 spots left, an average of 48 per spot for Kendall. And Kendall's on the clock.
Oh, I'm on the clock. I thought Runes was.
I just took the pick of the draft. You missed that?
Must have been
that was a good 15 seconds ago, Runes. You can't expect to remember that far back.
Sorry. I was just looking at the best team in the fantasy draft.
I like that.
I'm going to fill out my outfield spots with Mr. Devontae Brown from NC State. A wise man once told me what you see is what you get with Devontae Brown. And you're talking about a guy who hit 13 bombs, 40 RBIs. And, oh, by the way, after the World Series last year, Devontae wants to really hit the ball hard. So we're going to go with Devontae.
Look at more brown nosing to the Player Society. This is Kendall's at least 3rd member of the D1 Player Society. I love it.
I like it. Well done. He knows something we don't, Fitzy. That's what's going on.
Cross-marketing strategy. Kendall's thinking at like a 3rd level right now. Driving traffic to the Player Society.
I'm the only one that needs a second baseman left. And gosh dang, the second baseman in college baseball are fun this year.
Yeah, they are. I think all these positions, I think third base is really fun. Shortstop has depth.
Yep. Pitchers just kind of confusing. We just don't know who the pitchers are.
Pitchers confusing this. That's why I'm betting on talent. I'm betting on emerging.
Runes, I'm very disappointed that earlier in the draft you didn't take Hunter Haas for 47 points.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I watched him this weekend. He's interesting, but
top points.
I did Brooks Lee. I couldn't not do Brooks Lee.
Yeah.
Seif on the board.
All right. Well, I have according to my calculator, I have $98. Is that correct?
Correct. 3 spots.
I'm not
Average
looking
is
so.
32.
Yeah, I'm not looking so hot, but because I'm going to spend 85 of it on one guy because I'm just getting a lockdown left, right, left rotation. And there's some risk. There's some risk here because he's a freshman. He's in the SEC. But Fitty, you saw him this fall. He's not your typical lefty that can't find the strike zone or who looks the part but just hasn't arrived yet. I'm going to go with the $85. I believe. You know what I'm talking about right now, right? Don't
Hagen
you, Fitty?
Smith.
Yes, sir.
My guy.
Oh, good get.
Hagen Smith. He's $85, which is more than I have budgeted, really. But I'm going with Hagen Smith.
I feel like Seif and I are just picking each other's players here. I like this. This is good.
Well, you're an awesome scout, Fitty. So if you like him, I like him. Here we go. All right, so I have a whole $13 left. So I'm going off the board, and I've never seen this player, but I do like his numbers. He had 10 home runs last year, and once you know, my computer screen just froze. Oh boy.
Just to make sure. Time. Seif has 2 spots left, $13. So that's about 6 and change per player.
Whew. All right, he is at East. I know he's at Eastern Michigan, and he's not on the board. And you guys are gonna help me out because legitimately my computer froze. I just had his Denton. Denton. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Denton for $1, please.
Frozen computers are not what you want in a situation like this. Seif, I think the pressure is getting to you over there.
It's getting to my computer. I don't know.
So there's almost no way to not leave money on the table in this game.
That's right, because you can just I guess we'll get there. Seif has $10 left in one outfield spot. So it's if he wants to take Zarek Signs from New Mexico State, then he can leave he spent all of his money. But he wants somebody else, then he can leave some money out there.
Yeah, that might not be a bad pick. But I go next round there, right? Yeah,
correct.
I'm not telling. Yeah, gotcha.
Raj back on the board.
I'm going to round out my weekend rotation with Drew McDaniel at Ole Miss. He's one of those guys that needs to be more consistent. But I tell you what, he's got a huge arm, and if everything kind of clicks for him, not only is he a Saturday Sunday guy, he could be a Friday guy if it all clicks.
Yeah. I'm with you on that, right? He could be anywhere from a Tuesday starter to the Friday starter. You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wide variance there, but
who'd you go with, KR? I'm sorry, I was scouting.
Drew McDaniel from Ole Miss.
Got it.
$36 player leaves Kendall with 11.
Fitzy, I've got $43 left, right?
You do 21 per spot.
Okay. Ooh. This might be, if the numbers add up, then that's fate telling me to do something, right? Is that how this works?
I think so.
Gosh, all right. Give me the Aussie. Give me Travis Bazzana of Oregon State at second base for 29.
Meant to be, Runes.
That was meant to be. The math was just, wait till you see my final pick. Holy heck.
I guess I can figure it out.
How
much was Bazzana?
29. Does that sound right?
29. Done. All right. My last 2 picks now. I've got 2 outfield spots to fill. And
gosh, it's so funny. You get down to your last pick and there's not much money. Ay, caramba.
All right. So I've got a lot of power on this team. I'm going to go for some speed here. I'm gonna bet on another freshman. Is that crazy? Is it crazy to bet on 2 freshmen?
That's a lot of risk, Fitty. A lot of risk. Go 6-year senior. Go COVID senior. Go COVID senior.
I could do that.
Super duper senior.
Who is just hacking away on their computer right now? Is that KR playing like Star Wars or something?
KR's playing Pong.
He's doing his logo for the Bucky's. Team
All
Bucky's.
I'm putting together my championship logo for the fantasy draft.
Seif, do you know the second baseman who I really wanted, and I don't even know how to pronounce his name? Isaiah Fullard of Iowa. 230-pound second baseman.
Is he?
He's a really nice player.
He's a big boy, yeah.
I feel like he's been there for like 90 years, though.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes might have the biggest right side of the infield in college baseball between Izzy and the guy I picked, Peyton Williams. So
Gosh, I wanted to take
Williams is like 6'5", like 250. So it's a large infield.
All right, I'm going to go in a different direction. Instead of a freshman, I'm going to take a guy with some experience, a baseball rat. He's not tooled up, but we're trying to win a College World Series here. I want this guy in my wormhole. Foxhole? How's that work? Foxhole.
Wormhole.
All the holes. The wormhole.
I might go down a rabbit hole. This conversation continues.
Wormhole. You better have the right people in your wormhole. If we've learned anything.
Let's just stick with one hole.
Jesus. Give me Wade Meckler, please, Oregon State.
You love your Wade Meckler. I love that.
Wade Meckler. Fantastic mustache, fantastic makeup. This is just a glue guy. Just a glue guy for me. And a winner. But you know what? He's got a little sneaky pop. I think he hit 4 home runs last year. Bat to ball skills. Feel good about this pick. And I've got one to go.
Man, this is.
I think I've got a good one here. Yeah.
But this is tricky.
A little tricky here.
I mean, if I did the A10 preview, I got to pick an A10 player, right? Come on.
I think that's fair. All right, we're going to go
what position are you picking, Fitzy?
I need an outfielder. I've got $28 to spend, so my pool is limited here.
Not as limited as mine.
I see a very good player in your budget, Fitzy, that it hurt my feelings to not take.
Here's a couple of good ones. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good players in college baseball. I guess this is about as much stalling as I can do. I better make a pick. Guys. We're going to go with
Come on, you did prep work.
I did do.
You know what? You know what's part of this is picking a player whose team you want to follow. Like it's got to be fun to follow your player. I think.
Yeah, that's fair. How about this? This is a kind of a neat one. The heck, Trevor Candelaria from Davidson, guys. We got some power. We got some power. We got some speed. He hit 11 home runs last year. He had 17 doubles. Stole 13 bags. He's a 6'5" runner. He has an arm in right field. I think he's going to fit well over there. We've got Dylan Cruz in center. We've got Meckler in left. We've got a prototypical right fielder, Trevor Candelaria Davidson in right field.
Does anyone else need an outfielder, or all the outfielders are good?
I need an outfielder, a cheap one.
How much you got left, Seif?
$12 whole.
Okay. Fitzy, you know who I was eyeballing was Austin Davis. I think he's going to have a really good year. There's not power there, but man, he played really good at the end of last year and on a team that was kind of not playing really good.
Is that your pick?
No, I don't have the cash.
Oh, you don't.
Unless, yeah, I'm sorry. I need a student loan to take Austin Davis. I'm going to go. I wanted to take Josiah Seitler from South Carolina, but I want to spend the whole dollar. I got $14 left. Give me Brendan Huth of St. Joe's University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Hawk will never die. Hit 370 last year.
Look at this back-to-back A10 picks. Lighten it up.
Look at the A10. Hey, 2 super regionals since 2015. Don't sleep on the A10. The A stands for awesome.
Runes, this is it. It's official. You are doing the A10 preview in perpetuity every year.
Thank you.
I'm writing that down in marker.
Thank you. Get the Sharpie out. Seif, you got Seif, you could go Josiah Seitler. Oh no, it's Kendall.
KO's up, yeah.
I'm gonna wrap up my team, and I'm actually gonna show some good budgetary practices here because I'm gonna end up with 2 points left or $2 left. Because I'm gonna go with Eric Reiselman as my closer. I'm a little skeptical of him. He's very raw, but you guys have seen him really good at the Cape. He was 92, 97 when I saw him in the fall. Again, he's one of those guys that if he clicks, he could be one of the best closers in college baseball. But we'll see if it clicks. But yeah, I'm going to buy in on a little Eric Reiselman. It's pretty good value, 9 points.
Yeah.
Kendall staying in the center of the country. I like it.
Stay in your comfort
zone. Keep it tight.
Keep it in Texas
narrow.
time. Texas time.
Bucky's believers.
I'm the anti-Perry Costello. I keep it in the zone.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
All right. Mr. Irrelevant, Seif, who's it going to be?
After the ringer goes, we have to all announce our teams. We have to introduce our teams.
Well, you guys gave me a hard time when my computer froze. You thought the game was getting to me a little bit there, but when Runes mentioned Josiah Seitler with his pick, my heart actually literally skipped a beat because that was the guy I was going to go with. So I will end my pickings here with Mr. Josiah. Apparently, the swing and miss, he's cut down a little bit on it, but there's huge power there. Just 7 home runs last year, and he choked up. So I don't like his swing. I don't like how he does it. We use like a 38-inch bat, and he chokes up like 8 inches. I'm just going to give him a 34 and just tell him to swing it from the knob. But I saw him last year, and I'm going to end it with Seitler as my last outfielder.
That's a good pick, and I'm also glad that he didn't pick Seitler. That way you didn't go into Tacardia.
Man, yeah, it was a tough one. That was a tough one. But I think I'm under budget just like you, KR, so I feel good about that as well.
Look at us. Fitt was over there ragging on us about our budget and all that. Oh, you didn't prep enough. Your budget's going to be all out of whack. Look at us. Saving money.
Yeah, sir.
I would be proud of you, except I feel like it's wasteful to leave.
We're balancing the budget.
No,
how much
Runes and I are balanced.
How much did Seitler cost me? Because I'm stuck on like the outfielder page. My computer still froze.
$7.
Yeah, six for Seitler. And I'll tell you what, you're getting an extra player here too, because he tell you what, he's got arm strength. I saw him this fall, and he's like 91, 94. With a breaking ball. He got knocked around in that scrimmage, so you never know. Listen, he's got ability. I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, me too. Seif, I think he's a neat kid. His story is kind of interesting. Like he's, if what was described to me is accurate, like he's kind of a small town country kid. And I think he was like a 15th round pick out of nowhere out of high school. And then has, just really got his teeth kicked in at South Carolina, like was way over his skis for 2 years, but has kind of kept fighting. And, he had a pretty legitimate season last year. So, that's not exactly a large ballpark either, by the way. Like you can run some fly balls out of that joint.
Yep.
Well, he's going to have to, because my defense, I know we're going to go over our teams here pretty quick, but I just kind of looked at my defense. It is not pretty. So.
Oh, man. Selling out the long ball.
Go for it, Seif. Introduce us to the Kanzo corn.
My pitchers are going to hate the GM here, who just selected all of his but they're going to be happy that my team can rake. But behind the plate, we got Kyle Teal, offensive catcher. I guess he can catch too, but I'm going to have to bear down on it this spring because I definitely didn't see it last May when they played. And who was I there watching? Virginia was playing. They were hosting somebody. Anyway, short. At first base, I got Peyton Williams, all 6'4", 250 pounds of him, but he can hit bombs. Second base, Jace Jung, Texas Tech. More offense than defense, but he's not a bad defensive player, but there's just a ton of offense there. Shortstop, Andrew Pinetar for BYU. He's probably more of a second base, offensive second baseman or tweener third baseman at the end of the day, but he's at shortstop. And that's
what school is Pinetar?
BYU.
That's right. BYU.
Yes, sir. Third base, who locally will be moved to first base at the next level, but Jacob Berry. Center field. Now, this is where the defense gets really good. So he can play center, left, and right field all at the same time. So I'm not too worried about who's on the corners. But Enrique Bradfield Jr. is my center fielder.
Good
player. Flagging him in left will be Mr. Gabe Denton from Eastern Michigan. He's got some power. And then in right field, Josiah Seitler from South Carolina. My number one starter on the bump will be Mr. Weisenhunt from East Carolina. Probably go left and then a right, Luke Eldred from DBU. And then I'll go back to the left side with freshman Hagen Smith from Arkansas. And closing it out for us will be Mr. Casey Hunt in his high spin, nasty stuff that he just has to learn to command. And if he does, he will be easily a top 3-round draft pick and post huge numbers for the defending champions. So that's a wrap.
Hey, let's do this, Fitzy and Kendall. Let's each of us pick our favorite pick of each other's team. So, Kendall, your favorite Seif pick?
I'm gonna go with Jace Jung. I just think like when you think of just star players, like he is the poster child for that. And so I love Jace Young. So I'm gonna
He's
go with
ornery.
Jace.
Yeah, he's bar fight meter.
And
through the roof.
and he plays with a little swag. He's not afraid to tell you he's good. I love it.
Henri,
Fitzy?
did you say?
Henri.
Very interesting Philly pronunciation of that word.
It was my Texas pronunciation.
Henri. I thought Bradfield is just he's just such a unique player. There's only one Enrique Bradfield, and you got him, Seif, and I'm jealous. He's just electric. I mean, you said it. He's the most exciting player maybe in the country, just with that speed. So that's a game changer. And I love that you spent big on two real dudes there, like $146 a piece on Bradfield and Wisenhunt. Just all in on Wisenhunt. I mean, if he stays healthy all year, he could be the best guy in the country.
I mean, who wants to face a lineup that starts with Bradfield, then goes to Pinetar, Young, Barry, and Teal? Let's go.
Nobody does. By the way, Seif, I think if college baseball teams were stocks, I would be making a wager on BYU. I have this sneaky suspicion that they got a lot of talent on that roster. They've had some kind of highly touted recruiting classes, and so Mr. Pinetar has highlighted that. But my favorite of your picks, Seif, is Hagen Smith. I think Arkansas is my national champ pick, and I think Hagen Smith's going to be like one of those freshmen that wins a truckload of games. I'm all in on that.
Love it.
KR, would you like to introduce us to Bucky's Believers, please?
Yeah, let's do it. So catcher, we have Silas Ardoin from the University of Texas. Just a terrific defender. I love having him back there. We got Hammer and Luke Hancock at first base. He's got a ring. He's willing to show it to you. So put a ring on it. We got fighting Bob Moore, a proud member of the D1 Players Society at second base.
Let's go, Bobbert.
That's for you, Chris. We've got Braden Taylor from Texas Christian University. Yeah, I said the Christian part. At third base.
Don't tell Brandy Davidson and company. You're gonna get a letter.
We've got Trey Faltini, another proud member of the D1 Players Society at shortstop from the University of Texas. We got our man Brock Jones out in center field. I mean, what can you say bad about Stanford's Brock Jones? He won the honorary Kyle Peterson Player of the Year award for Stanford last year. We've got Eric Kennedy in left field from the University of Texas. If his defense is really good this year, he could be one of the best outfielders in the country, I think. We've got Devontae Brown there in right field from NC State. And then the rotations, guys with a lot of upside. Jake Bennett from Oklahoma, up to 96, up to 97. Needs to harness a little bit. Christian Little, not quite touching 96, 97, but electric stuff from Vanderbilt. And then you got Drew McDaniel from Ole Miss, like Aaron said earlier. He could end up being a middle relief guy on Wednesday night against Tennessee Martin, or it could be your Friday guy. So that's kind of Drew McDaniel. And then on the back end with Eric Reiselman from LSU, I'm buying into the upside here. He's a guy that showed out the Cape, and we'll see if he can show out the box.
Kendall, Bucky's Believers are like if the D1 Players Society jumped in some local softball league. I mean, you literally
you like that?
Very much. Yeah.
See, I didn't even prep, and I still just kind of came up with those little sayings.
Strong. Fitzy, a favorite member of Bucky's Believers?
Well, my first question is this: do we think Kendall has enough Longhorns? Because 12-man roster, he's only got 3. I feel like he's a little light in the Longhorn department.
The Republic.
Great. I think for me, it's everybody's darling, Bobbert Moore. Who doesn't love Bobbert Moore? I mean,
that's right.
The consummate winner, the ultimate winner. Love that guy. That's a great player to build your team around.
I love it. Seif, your favorite member of Bucky's Believers?
I got to go with Drew McDaniel. I saw him last year, and just like I saw Jonathan Cannon at Vanderbilt, his best outing of his season, I saw Drew McDaniel's, and I forget where it was at, but his best outing of the year. Found out he was sophomore eligible. I threw him on the top 200 list or whatever we had at the time. And after that, didn't do so well. So I didn't look so hot. But I do like McDaniel. I agree with everything KR said about him. And I just think he's ready for a breakout year. And he's going to be moving up, not only performing, but also up the draft prospect charts as well.
I like it. Kendall, my favorite member of Team Bucky's is Luke Hancock. How about this? He hit 262 and still had an 801 OPS, 10 bombs, 63 ribeye steaks. And this is the stat that's crazy. 8 hit by pitch, 47 walks, only 17 punch outs. I mean, he could put up monster numbers this year in that lineup.
Yeah, I kind of go back to opening weekend last year, and obviously his average took a dive after that weekend. But I want to say Seif at Globe Life last year that Hammer and Luke hit 450 that weekend with 4 or 5 home runs or something. It was something crazy. But yeah, I love that guy. He's certainly a key leadership piece at Mississippi State team. And I think if Mississippi State gets back to Omaha and plays for another national championship, he'll be a big part of that.
Love it. All right, gentlemen, I am proud to introduce you to the Delco Boat Racers because they will boat race you. At catcher, Jimmy Obertop, University of Michigan, very offensive catcher. First base, Tim Elko, Ole Miss. Second base, the Australian freshman, Travis Bazana of Oregon State. Third base, Nolan McLean, third baseman for Oklahoma State, former full scholarship quarterback at Okie State. Shortstop, Brooks Lee, Cal Poly. I guess I got nothing but center fielders. Center fielder number 1, Chris Newell, Newtown Edgemont Little League, Malvern Prep Fighting Friars, University of Virginia currently.
Check that box.
Thank you.
A lot of boxes.
Go Green Machine. A lot of boxes. Newtown Square, Pennsylvania. Center of the universe. Jared Mckenzie, Baylor. I think this kid, he's done nothing but rake since he's come to college. I think there's 420 bombs in there. That's aggressive, but that's the only way to live. Sticking in the Philadelphia area, give me Brendan Huth of St. Joe's University. The Hawk will never die. On the mound, Zebby Matthews, Thomas Elshelman Light. He's at Western Carolina. Go Catamounts. Parker Messick of Florida State, defending ACC Pitcher of the Year. Chase Burns, flamethrower, University of Tennessee, true freshman. And then Caleb Corbett, University of Louisville, closing it out for the boat racers. Fitzy, your favorite boat racer?
I'm going to cheat again and take 2. I mean, Brooks Lee, my whole plan was to build my team around Brooks Lee, and I was bummed when I got the number 4 pick because I knew he wasn't going to be there. He's the best player in the country. He's a switch hitter. He's a great defender. He's a son of a coach who's got all the instincts, the intangibles. He hits for power. He hits for average. I mean, he's the best player in the country. I'll just leave it with that. That's my guy, Brooks Lee.
I like it. Seif, who's your favorite Delco boat racer?
Man, I got 3 as well.
The head coach, Mike Rooney?
Man.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I think Runes did a great job. You know me, I like star players. I like the $50 players, so I'm all in on Mr. Lee. I mean, you get the best guy right there. But your 2 that really stood out beyond Lee, I like the $9 Burns for Tennessee.
Yes.
I mean, how can you not like $9 for that guy? And then your $2 closer, and just like you said, a mad cardinal is a good cardinal, is a dangerous cardinal. So closer Corbett for Louisville for $2. So I thought those were both excellent picks.
Give me the French closer, Caleb Corbett.
69 Corvette. I love it.
Yes, well played. Kendall, your favorite boat racer?
Well, of course, I'm going to go with Jared Mckenzie.
Yeah, that's right.
You talk about a guy that's just been ultra consistent. Even the first 2 months of the year, during the COVID year, he was awesome at Shriners. He was awesome last year, 383 average. Got on base like crazy. Really good swing from the left side. I'm a huge Jared Mckenzie fan. Actually, it was interesting. I was talking to a local scout the other day who's kind of down on him. I don't know how anybody could be down on him. I love Jared Mckenzie.
Yeah, take that guy's card. Let's go. Fitzy, introduce us to the Czars.
Thank you, Michael. I'm so excited about this club. Really think that we're built to win this year, win big. And like I said before, I wanted to build my team up the middle. That's how I believe in building championship clubs. I mean, anyone who knows me knows that. So we started with Logan Tanner behind the plate. He's number 1 on my personal board at the catcher position because I think he's an elite defender with an 80 arm and power, and he's going to hit for average. He's going to be the heart and soul of my club. I got the Whammer, Tommy White, first base, freshman, NC State. Guy is going to hit 16 home runs this year. He's going to hit 315. 315 with 16 home runs, and a 420 on base. He's going to have a huge year. Matthew Shaw, the Terrapin at second base. This guy can play second or third. He's versatile, but he's he's a really good player. He's, again, New England kid, knows how to win. It's in his blood, and hits for average. He hits for power. He runs. He defends. I mean, does it all. I saved some money at third base, but I feel great about it. Trey Lipscomb from Tennessee. I think I have the best defensive team. I think it's not even close. This guy's a standout defender at the hot corner, elite actions, arm strength, athleticism, and I think the bat's on the come. I think there's some bat speed there. Seif, I know you like this guy. And then, of course, Jacob Gonzalez, not a bad consolation prize, missing out on Brooks Lee. I've got Jacob Gonzalez number 1 on my board for 2023 draft. So Lee for me is number 1 in 2022. Gonzalez 2023. I like the up the middle guys as shortstops. This guy's a stud. I mean, reigning National Freshman of the Year, controls the strike zone, hits for power and average, really smooth defender. It's all there. Can't believe I got Gonzalez, Tanner, and Dylan Cruz on the same team. This is insanity. How could you guys let this happen? This is malpractice from the rest of you guys. Let me get these 3 guys. Loading up on the SEC West. Dylan Cruz, I mean, number 1 in our outfield power rankings, 5-tool player. How many times am I going to say 5-tool player on this team? We're loaded, guys.
The Czars.
We surrounded him with some maybe lesser-known commodities, but Wade Meckler, your consummate glue guy. He's getting fit in perfect in this team full of big stars. Oregon State outfielder, just a grinder, baseball rat with a great mustache. I hope he still got the mustache. Trevor Candelaria from Davidson. We've got a 6'5" runner, guys, with arm strength in right field, double-digit home runs and stolen bases. 13 to 14 in steals, by the way. He's efficient. That's a nice value there. I like that guy. And then on the mound, Luke Fox, left-hander, Duke University, first-round pick next year. Same with Cade Kuehler from Campbell. He'll be a first-round pick next year. You can take both of those to the bank. Those guys are first-rounders. And then we got Bryce Osmond. I mean, hey, if Bryce is your Sunday guy with potential for more, sign me up. I mean, it's a really high-profile guy, and I think he's figuring it out. And we're gonna use Grayson Moore from Vanderbilt as our closer. Said it before, up to 98, 99 miles an hour, big slider. It's coming fast for that guy, former 2A guy, figuring it out. Love this team. We're gonna take it all home.
The beef jerky czars. Hey, Fitzy, did I hear this? And Seif and Kendall, maybe you heard it too. Aiden, Nick Maldonado. Who's Aiden Maldonado? That's the kid that was in Illinois and Minnesota,
He's
right?
in Minnesota now, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So Nick Maldonado at Vandy. Did I hear he might start this weekend? Is anyone else hearing that?
I know they weren't sure how they were planning to use him. That there was talk that he could go either way. I have not heard the latest buzz. Is that the latest buzz?
I thought I heard that the beat writer for Vandy, Aria Gerson, if I'm getting that right. But anyway, so that would make Grayson Moore even more valuable. Hey, Seif, give me your favorite beef jerky czar.
Well, I don't really like any of Fitty's pick, but if I have to pick one, I'm kidding, Fitty. I think I'm supposed to like this Fox kid. It sounds very interesting. I've never seen him, but just based on everything Fitt's throwing out there, Fox should be that guy. But I'm just going to go back to what I love. You got to get the stars. You got to get the $50 players. So I got to go with Tanner, Gonzalez, and Cruz. But I think there might be an issue because Fitty said Gonzalez is his top 2023. Cruz might have a problem with that. Ooh. So I'm not sure what kind of makeup
chemistry issue on the squad.
What kind of clubhouse we're going to have there from day one.
They're going to push each other. Yeah. Competition is good.
Maybe
they're going to push each other.
Maybe Mustache Meckler can soothe the bad feelings in the
typical
clubhouse.
Belichick. He likes everybody to hate each other.
Yeah. And speaking of closers that may start, I was bragging with the older brother of my closer that I picked, Mr. Casey Hunt. And apparently Hunt may start on Saturday for the defending champs. So
interesting.
I might have a little more value for my closer too. So
Did you tell Shooter that you said that there's got to be somebody better than the $1 reliever?
I did say I did call him a $1 closer, but yeah. Are we about to wrap this up? Because I did have one question. I'm not sure when I was going to ask it though. Can I ask it now?
Let me and Kendall do a favorite beef jerky czar, and then we'll take your question. Kendall, who's your favorite?
I'll be very quick. Jacob Gonzalez. I mean, outside of Brooks Lee, I mean, He's an incredible player, just an incredibly pure hitter, powerful, makes everything look really easy. Jacob Gonzalez for me. Very easy.
So Logan Tanner, I would pay money to watch that kid throw. Best throwing catcher I can remember in a long time. He's fun. But my favorite czar is Tommy White. This kid, he's one of the freshmen that's must watch this year. Really physical, and he can play, and it's awesome. I'm all in on Tommy White. That's a great pick. Seif, you had a pregunta.
I did. We only have 8-man lineups. So are the pitchers hitting, or I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. We did not draft
$6. I've got $6 left. I don't know about y'all, but I got $6. So
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that, Seif, but I will tell you this. So Trevor Williams, who pitched at Arizona State, Pirates, great sense of humor on Twitter. Trevor Williams, the big league pitcher, when it was announced that pitchers are no longer going to hit in Major League Baseball, he did a hilarious tweet video because he's one of the worst hitting pitchers in the history. And he did a video montage of some of his worst work. It's highly recommend that when we hang up here, you get on Trevor Williams' Twitter feed. Really, really well done. San Diego kid, hilarious. Great sense of humor. Great person, too, by the way.
I will do that.
I will just tell you that this was all part of my strategy. I drafted Grayson Moore because he came in as a two-way guy. He's going to be my DH also, and I'm going to boat race all you guys because you don't have any pitchers who can hit.
Oh, Casey Hunt can. He came in as a two-way guy, too. Thank you very much.
Thank you very little. Very
yes,
good.
Sir.
Gentlemen, well done. We've been going for a while, so we should wrap it. It's opening week. Appreciate all the listeners. We will be pretty steady every week. We're going to do the podcast, and we're shooting for like a Wednesday, Thursday night, super quick live stream to just introduce the weekend and hopefully promote our weekly picks. And we're back to 3-game series this year, so there won't be any weeks where Fitzy makes us try to pick a winner in a 4-game series. So we'll be able to avoid that this year. We could. So love it. Again, gentlemen, well done. Good luck to everybody. The boat racers are looking forward to boat racing everybody. And that's it. Happy opening